They always want to tear my stream down whenever it's public, but all the private ones we've been doing, they're never interrupted, but the public ones are, so I don't know. I think we're back though. I think we're good. Alright, so NASDAQ, the leader to the downside here. Getting into that regular trading hour gap. Yeah, they always like to interrupt my streams when they're public, but I've never had this issue with my private live streams. Anyway, that's why you don't enter before the 9:30 opening. See all that? You probably would have got stopped out there. But I was bringing your attention to this breaker here. And I want to see if we can get into this wick here and below the 8:30 low. Yeah, NASDAQ's already getting there. Very strong leader to the downside. Look at that. Dollar index found support here. This 1 minute imbalance and volume imbalance down here. See that? Failed to take out the intermittent term low. Now it just displaced above this high here. So dollar index might want to come up here. As for ES here, I want to see if maybe we can get down here below Thursday's low. Maybe. So I'm not going to be shorting this. Too much risk up here. It could play out, yeah, but too much risk. I would have to put my stop the whole way up here above this candle. And obviously I'm not doing a 10 handle stop loss. Alright, so that 8:30 low was just cleared here on the NASDAQ. Very strong rejection here off this weekly premium array. Don't get too excited yet. So I would at least need a retracement into a premium to do anything. No need to force anything. Alright, so we are almost about midpoint of this wick here. Five minute, pretty much the same thing. Yeah. So like I said, this could have played out, but once again, I'll need a 10 handle stop loss because it can always come up the whole way up here. And that's just not a part of my trading model. Let me see how Dow's looking here. I didn't look at Dow at all this morning. Alright, so pretty much the same thing, except Dow made that higher high, so that would be that SMT divergence. So at that lower quadrant of that 830 wick on Dow, the whole way below this 830 low, and this discount imbalance here on the NASDAQ. See that? And we're back below that midnight opening. So we should find some type of support at this discounter right here in NQ, and that would give us some form of a retracement. I would be assuming, unless it just gets very, very animated to the downside. Oh, wrong ES. So I think it's very likely that this swing high is going to be taken out here. First short-term swing high that forms. Everyone's going to get excited and want to put their stop above here. And they're going to want to take that out because this is just like chasing price. Travis, good morning. Yeah, no trades taken yet. Now, if this right here formed after the 9:30 opening, I would have traded this, but you can see why I didn't place a order in the marketplace right before the 9:30 opening. See that whipsaw taking place. Alright, so just like I said, that short-term swing high is getting ready to be taken out. Found an initial support at midpoint of the wick here. So we're leaving this intact right now, but I want to see it dig deeper. So it didn't quite take that short-term high, but you see how it gravitated back towards it quick. NQ, it's just an order for entry drill. Back to the midpoint of the wick, we get below it, we trade back up to the midpoint of the wick twice. See how we use that as an inverse wick. Beautiful. And then we just got to the very low end of that discount imbalance, and then this order block. We got 44 viewers, only 6 likes. let's go ahead and run up that like button for me, please. That would be very much appreciated. I do want to see a retracement into this 5-minute gap before we continue lower here, or a potential 15-minute gap as well that forms. So once we get something like that, I'll need to see some type of narrative get set in place for me to trust that we're gonna attack this Thursday low. And I'm not going to be shorting in a discount once again. I'm not chasing price. I'm not getting all excited and, oh, what if I miss the move? What if I don't give a fuck if I miss the move. There's going to be plenty more moves in the future. This isn't the only day where I'm ever going to be able to trade. Like, so yeah, it would be preferred if we get some type of retracement up here. So it's basically just a waiting game here. It's either just going to keep going lower and I just missed the train, or we'll have to be patient for another setup to form. But I already interrupted my stream here twice. And of course it's the first time I go public this week. They interrupt my stream like that, and it never does that when I'm in my private streams. I'm a little confused with YouTube here. Alright, let's get 3 more likes there to get to 20. I'll be content with 20. Alright, so boom, we're attacking that 830 low here on ES. Catching up with excuse me, NQ. NQ just disregarded these discount arrays here and closed within that 15-minute imbalance that used it inversely. Now once again, I'm just letting the move go on without me, because if I shorted this, I mean, look how wide my stop would have to be. And I'm never going to open my stop up that wide. That's not how I trade. You guys know that. So that 830 low was just poked below. So it looks like we're not going to get any setup into that 10 o'clock hour, which is perfect for today. So it's all just about waiting at this point. Trading's not always fun. Sometimes you gotta wait. I'm like a hunter sitting up in a tree right now. Just patiently waiting for my shot to set up. Or whatever the analogy is. I don't feel like saying it. Okay, so all these discount arrays being traded to on ES, obviously. Back into this 1 hour gap. Just remember, on days like this, just stay calm, relax, don't chase moves. That's how you're gonna lose your ass. Now, this would be a breaker on a lower time frame. Doesn't look like one here. Looks like a mitigation block, but it's a breaker. So we just traded into that as well. Let me make sure I got it precise. There we go. Boom. So breaker on the 15-minute time frame. Low, high. So honestly, I don't really need it, so I'm just gonna take it off here. But just so you guys can see it. Alright, so I want to see if we can support this down close candle here. So we actually just came down and took Friday's low below midnight. We haven't been able to do that on ES yet, however. If you take ES shorts, what would be your draw on liquidity? You would never know. I will never tell. No, obviously joking. It'll be Thursday's low here, and then this daily discount array. Alright, so supporting this down close candle here. $44 viewers and 21 likes. Not even half of a viewer to like ratio. I'm down bad right now. So I want to see if we can attack these highs here. I'm going to pull up NQ on my other screen here. So right now I think this would be the next near-term draw right here. Very strong wick reaction off of after we take that Friday low on NQ. So this order block here shifted above that, respected it. Now if we dip down into here, I think that would be a good long for attacking up here to the premium raise. So that would be up here. So right above these highs. Might not give me any entry here though, so I'll just have to wait later. But right now, obviously, I think we're going to get up to this blue shaded area. I'm actually going to take this off. And put this one on. So yeah, it might not give me an entry. It might just, looks like it's just going to poke above to my target here, which is fine, obviously. Appreciate you, Duke. Jonathan says, this is the part I have trouble with. Do you look to short from that inversion fair value gap, or do you care more to long off that 1 hour fair value gap? I mean, it's not what I care for more. It's just, you know, whatever high probability setup forms for me, I'll take. Alright, so boom, as soon as we took out those highs, what happened? See this displacement leg? As soon as we poked above these highs I was looking for, and right up into this 5-minute gap, instantly rejected off. Beautiful. See that? So obviously it was too fast moving for me to get a short up here, but now that we did get this retracement, I can look for lower time frame entries down into Thursday's low. So let me see what NASDAQ's doing here. So once again, continue to wait. There is some manipulation taking place right now. So watch yourself. See all this, see all this wicking here. Whenever you start to see stuff like this, you just want to kind of wait. And NQ was actually unable to take out these highs right here. So I want to see if it wants to come gravitate towards those on NASDAQ, or it's not going to take them out and it'll leave it as like some type of SMT. I'm still favoring a little bit of a deeper retracement though. If you look at the 15-minute time frame on NASDAQ though, you can see very large wicks, so that's whenever you want to be careful. So once again, I want to see NASDAQ get a more meaningful retracement if it wants to act right today, and then into this 15-minute as well. So very large range left behind here. Just got up into that 15-minute gap, almost above the short-term high. Come on. Yes. Got that retracement we were looking for. Boom, right into that inverse gap here. 5-minute premium. Boom. Looks like NQ might not want to take out that high right now. Euro USD just got to the approximately the very low end of that daily fair value gap. Sell side has been cleared on Euro USD as well. So Good to see that my levels on Euro there delivered. I don't trade for. I haven't traded Forex. The last time I traded Forex was beginning of 2022. So it's been a while. Honestly, I peek at them every once in a while, and I actually see some pretty clean setups. I don't need to trade all these different averages and pairs. Like, I'm fine with where I'm at. But yeah, look at the 15-minute time frame. Look at anytime I go up to a 15-minute time frame, and I see like a lot of wicking like this, I'm always more cautious, because this usually never calls for any type of high probability trading when you have something like this. So just be cautious of that. Okay, so all right, so yeah, I didn't see that we had red folder news at 10 a.m. So this explains this very aggressive downside move here. All right, guys, we got 42 viewers and 27 likes. Can we get up to 30 potentially? I would appreciate that. And I'm hoping we see something with high probability here form soon in this 10 o'clock hour, because I do have some things I got to do today. And it hasn't been a crazy profitable week, but nonetheless, it's another profitable week in the books, even if I don't trade today. So no rush here on my end to take a trade. Let me see if NQ is able to poke up there, or if it's leaving it intact, which it is right now. Take a look at Dow. Yeah, just eyesore here. I mean, just look at the 15-minute time frame on Dow. Hideous, hideous, hideous. Yeah, no. Not even gonna look at Dow anymore. Okay, wow, so dollar index actually got very animated here. Just completely took out London high here. So I want to see maybe if dollar index wants to gravitate towards this volume imbalance up here. And then on the hourly time frame, that would be up here. You see that? This down close candle, order block, shifted above that, off of discount raise, optimal trade entry, boom. Obviously we don't trade the dollar index, but very beautiful. Man, why is the dollar index looking cleaner than the stock averages right now? Alright, there we go. So I believe that would mean that NASDAQ took out that high now. There we go. So that's what I wanted to see. Trace into this 15-minute gap. Doesn't really need to fill in the whole thing, because you see that we offered buy side the Hoy up here. Comes the Hoy back down, completely overlaps this low to high, and then retraces into the lower quadrant of it. So remember, it was like 40 minutes ago I said I'm not going to short this. This is most likely going to be taken out. First short-term swing high that was formed, most likely to be taken out, and we got that. So yeah, no surprises here. If you're watching another live streamer and they act surprised when they see something, or they're like, "Oh damn, I don't know where that came from," unless they're entertaining you, maybe shut that live stream off and come over here. Alright, so ES almost at the very high of the 15-minute gap here. So whenever, once again, whenever I have like very large wicks like this in like this range that we created, I'm watching these higher time frame premium rays get traded to. But then I need to see if we form something with high probability and get displacement on that 1 minute time frame. If we don't get that, then I'm not taking a trade. But right now, let me see. Once again, NASDAQ did take London low. Failed to do so on ES. So that would be a short-term SMT divergence. So this low here, failed to take that out. Let me take this off. So I would say it's okay for it to have a retracement the way up into the sweet spot here. I just need to find it. Needed to find some form of resistance here soon. So sweet spot is basically just midpoint at the 79% and 62%. So we're like a little bit above that. So this black line I'm about to put on here, just know that's the high of the 15-minute, that 15-minute low. Trading down into this implied imbalance here. Take the midpoint of this wick here. And then grab another fib. Get the midpoint of this wick. And then the space in between that. You get your implied fair value gap. Or implied imbalance. So this would be so I want to see if we can if we're finding support here, or can we use this inversely to go lower. So trading to this down close candle, do we dig through it and get below it, or do we support it? That's what's important right here. Now that we also traded into this volume imbalance here. See that very strong rejection off that volume imbalance? Taking a look over here at NQ. Nothing much to see there. So I am gonna have to end the stream in a couple minutes here just because I have things I gotta do today, and obviously my setup didn't perform in that opening range. So I do want to stay longer until this 11 o'clock hour, but life is life sometimes. Gotta do what you gotta do. Lily, hi GK, would you be able to make the logo on the top of the right screen smaller? It's hiding the price. I'm assuming you're referring to right here. Yeah, I can do that for the next stream. I'll fix that up for you. Yeah, I guess it is a little big. Alright, so we just formed a swing low after hitting this volume imbalance and down close candle. I want to see if that can be broken or is it held intact. And if it is, we may be seeing higher prices, but right now I'm not convinced of that. Alright, so I am going to have to end this stream here. Looks like we may just keep grinding higher here off this down close candle. Be wary of that. Wouldn't be surprised if it came up here. But nonetheless, I hope you guys have a good weekend. And I will have the next week's live stream Monday through Friday posted Sunday evening. And I'll see you guys then.